One night, a year or so ago, Bakugou had gotten a little tipsy and decided it would be a great idea to take all the batteries out of the smoke alarms. That way he wouldn't have to deal with them every time he threw a fit and his hands sparked up. So he was really surprised when he woke up one morning to one of them blaring. Kirishima must have replaced them. Damn it, shitty hair, he groaned as he rolled out of bed. What the fuck is going on? He was absolutely exhausted. You had another nightmare last night, and just like last time, you accidentally pulled him into it. He hadn't been able to sleep after that, and he couldn't go to his room because then you would know he had seen it. He knew it wasn't his fault, but he felt like he was invading your privacy. He strolled out of his bedroom in nothing but a pair of sweatpants and made his way to the source of his growing headache. He walked into the kitchen and there you were. You looked extremely confused and alarmed, smoke billowing from the toaster. You pulled the plug from the wall and huffed at the ruined toast. Shit. He couldn't help it. He started to laugh, harder than he had in years. You spun around, giving him a good look at the pancake mix in your hair. Oh, Bakugou, I'm sorry. I was trying to make you breakfast, but it's definitely not as easy as you make it look. You plopped down in one of the chairs, and it wasn't until now that he realized you weren't wearing any pants. Just his oversized hoodie. He couldn't judge, though. He wasn't exactly wearing a shirt. A fact that you were acutely aware of as you desperately tried to avoid staring at his perfect abs. You huffed again. I ruined everything. He smirked. Nah, there's nothing here that can't be fixed. Well, maybe not the toast. That's the lost cause. He held his hand out to you. Ready for your first cooking lesson? He proceeded to fit around the kitchen like a true professional, but he never took over. Instead, he would just tell you what you needed to do. He wanted to make sure you were actually learning. He knew he couldn't take care of you forever. There were things you missed out on growing up, and he was going to make sure you became a functional adult. You guys sat at the table with a banquet of food around you. You beamed as you took the first bite. This is actually good. He scoffed. Excuse me? I helped you. Of course it's good. You giggled. Thanks for that, by the way. I know it must be frustrating teaching a grown-ass woman how to do basic things. Okay, first of all, don't ever think that. It's not your fault you didn't get to learn this stuff. And second, that's the second time you've used a curse word today. What gives? Am I rubbing off on you? You've only been here for a week. He wagged his eyebrows. You gave his shoulder a quick swat. Maybe I swear like a sailor, but I've been playing nice. You don't know me. He narrowed his eyes a bit. You're right, I don't. But I'd like to. He bit into a piece of the bacon and groaned. I do know one thing, though. You make some good-ass bacon. He spent the rest of the day teaching you everyday tasks, from doing laundry to how to use the internet. You paid close attention and would periodically stop him to write something down so you wouldn't forget. He was currently showing you how to log into Netflix when an idea hit him. Oi, do you know how to ride a bike? You gave him a weird look. I used to have one with training wheels when I was little, but my mom never taught me how to ride one without them. I have wanted my dad to teach me, but he died when I was little. He sucked in his breath. He still hadn't told you about your mom, but did you know what she did to you? Did you know your mother sold you to the highest bidder, and your dad, he had no idea he had died? Was there anything about your childhood that was happy? I'm sorry to hear about your dad. You shrugged. I was really little. My mom always says I was his little mini-me. Said I looked just like him and had a heart to match. He was a really nice guy. Your expression grew sad. Sometimes when I was younger, after I had been taken by the villains, if I was having a really bad day, I would pretend he was still alive, because he never would have let them take me. A single tear slid down your cheek, but you caught it. Look at me, getting all emotional. No need to cry over something I can't change, right? He took your hand in his and gave it the softest squeeze. I'd say you're entitled to a few tears. Given what you've been through, I don't know how you get out of bed some mornings. Especially after the nightmares he witnessed firsthand. You sniffled back your tears as you returned a quick squeeze in his hand. Easy, I have you. He didn't know what to say. To the rest of the world, he was ground zero, the temperamental, cocky hero. But you see so much more. You bring out the best in him, and whether he likes it or not, he's changing because of it. Oi, put some fucking pants on. We're going to learn how to ride a bike. Do you even have a bike? No, you didn't. But Kirishima did. You just worry about yourself. Let me figure out the bike situation. Alright? You scurried off to your room to change and get ready for the day. You pulled on a pair of leggings and a clean shirt. It may have been Bakugou's, but at this point you didn't think he'd mind. You threw your hair up in a ponytail and gave yourself a quick look in the mirror. You really needed a haircut. Even in the ponytail, it went down your back. There was a pair of scissors in the kitchen. Maybe you could cut it yourself. That's how you ended up in the bathroom. Hair in one hand, scissors in the other. Right as you were about to make the first cut, someone cleared their throat behind you. Oi, crazy pants. Put the scissors down before you fuck up your hair. All I said was put some pants on, not go full Mulan. He sighed. There's someone here I want you to meet. He's pretty annoying, but I promise he's not that bad. Hey, who you calling annoying, grumpy old man? Kirishima looked at the scissors in your hand. Oh, cool, give yourself a haircut? I did that once when I was 7. Wasn't a good look, but I'm sure yours will look much better. Bakugou was rubbing his temples in frustration. UN, this is shitty hair. Shitty hair, this is UN. You gave him a soft giggle. The fact that he calls you shitty hair makes me think I shouldn't listen to you. You put the scissors down. I do want to cut it though. It's a pain in the ass. Bakugou scoffed. You're the pain in the ass. Don't try to blame it on your hair. Although you do shed worse than any dog I've ever known. Your hair's all over my apartment. Come here. He turned you towards the mirror. Alright, look straight ahead and don't fucking move. How short do you want it? You mentioned to the top of your shoulders, like right around here maybe? I don't know, what do you think, shitty hair? Kirishima chuckled. You can call me Kirishima, he shrugged. I don't know anything about hair. Bakugou huffed. Yeah, clearly, hence the name shitty hair. He looked at you through the mirror. I would go just a little longer, like maybe here? He mentioned to the bit below your shoulders. His hands are rather close to your breast, and it made both of you blush. I'll see if I can get an appointment somewhere soon. Until then, I'll just braid it to get it out of the way. Your blush deepened. Yeah, that would be nice. His fingers felt so good carding through your hair. You closed your eyes and had to fight the urge to hum. You needed to pull it together. Bakugou was nice enough to let you into his life, and he had gone above and beyond to make sure you were well taken care of and comfortable. You didn't need to fuck that up by having feelings for him. Your eyes jolted open. when he cleared his throat behind you. I'm done now. Your eyes meet his through the mirror and notice his cheeks are almost as red as yours. Ready to learn how to ride a bike? Kirishima caught Bakugou as you guys were leaving the apartment, letting you go on ahead. Dude, when the fuck did you learn how to braid hair? Who are you, and what have you done with Bakugou? Bakugou pulled his arms away from him. Shut the fuck up. I swear, if you tell anyone about this, I'll end you. Bakugou hadn't been completely honest with his best friend about who you were and why you were living with him. He knew you were the girl from his dreams, but he didn't know you had been a prisoner, or the small possibility that you were being hunted. Kirishima raised his hand up in defense. I'm just saying, man. You seem awfully invested in this girl. I mean, she's wearing your shirt. She's obviously pretty, and from what I can tell, she seems nice and all, but come on, man. You haven't been working over a week. The director says either come in tomorrow or you're fired. Bakugou growled, as if he would actually have the balls to fire ground zero. He took a few steps before stopping and turning his hand through his hair. Tell him I'll be in tomorrow. I just need to tell you when. Kirishima puts his hand on his shoulders. She's a big girl, Bakugou. I'm sure she'll be fine without you for a few hours. What's the worst that could happen? Bakugou groaned. I really wish you hadn't asked that. It's like you're gonna jinx us. When they got outside, you were already sitting on the bike, rolling it back and forth, looking like an excited child. What took you guys so long? Come on. Kirishima rubbed the back of his neck. So, how in the world did you make it this far in life without knowing how to ride a bike? Before Bakugou could intercept the question, you were shrugging it off. Guess you could say I grew up sheltered. Now, are we doing this or not? A few minutes later, Bakugou was behind you, holding your waist and walking slowly as you got used to pedaling the bike. He leaned in and whispered in your ear, let me know when you're ready for me to let go. The combination of his strong hands on your waist and his warm breath on your neck, it was giving you goosebumps. You felt a chill run down your spine. Bakugou, don't you dare fucking let go. I thought this was gonna be a lot easier. He chuckled. Don't be stupid. You're doing fine. I won't let go until you're ready. You took a deep breath. Okay, I can do this. It's not a big deal. Children do this. Bakugou, I think I'm ready. Well, good, because I already let go. Your head swept back and forth, insidiously, that you had not noticed that he had let go. It was a terrible idea because as soon as you weren't 100% focused on pedaling, you started to tilt. Shit, Yuen! He threw himself between you and the pavement, just in time to catch you. Watch it, will ya? You landed on top of him, your nose dangerously close to his. You could hear your heart pounding. You were close enough to smell his signature caramel scent, and it made your mouth water. He brushed hair out of your face. Are you okay? You're looking at me funny. You blinked rapidly, trying to wake yourself up from a daydream you were starting to have. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks. He shrugged. It was my fault for letting you go. I won't do that again. Your heart picked up the pace of his words. He obviously meant he wouldn't let go while you were riding the bike, but you desperately wished it meant something else. But he was ground zero. He was an attractive, successful pro hero, and you were probably nothing more than a wounded animal to him. He deserved someone with less baggage. You pushed yourself off of him, no longer in the mood to ride a bike. I know it's silly, but I kind of want to go coffee. His caramel scent was invading your senses, and it made you crave your favorite beverage. You had tried different drinks, though, through trial and error, before you found out what you liked and named it cinnamon roll latte. It was a vanilla latte with 2 pumps of caramel and cinnamon instead of sugar. It smelled just like someone you knew, and it was absolutely delicious. Kirishima walked over to help you two get up and pick up the bike. Coffee sounds good. I have an overnight shift coming up tonight, and I'm already dreading it. Bakugou dusted off his pants and nodded. Yeah, coffee sounds nice. Same place as usual? You smiled. Of course. You guys have been back at the same coffee house over and over again, and the bitchy barista always had something to say, but you kept insisting to Bakugou it wasn't worth getting her in trouble. You practically skipped through the door into the coffee house and right up to the empty counter. The barista gave you a bored look. Let me guess, the usual. You nodded. Yep, him as well. He wants to try it. You pointed at Bakugou behind you, who was already taking out his wallet to pay. You needed to try and find a job soon. You couldn't mooch off of him forever. You saw a sign next to the register that said they were hiring. You knew if you brought it up to Bakugou. Bakugou would insist it wasn't necessary, so you would come back tomorrow when he went to work. You refused to be a burden to anyone. The baristas whose name you found out was Tasha rolled her eyes. I see you finally found some clothes of your own. Bakugou put his arms around your shoulder. Actually, the shirt's mine. It looks way better on her, doesn't it? He winks at you before retiring his attention to Tasha, whose mouth is hanging open. Bakugou narrowed his eyes at her. I said, doesn't it? She handed back his credit card with a quick nod. Yes, I'm sorry, it looks great on you. When he had found the booth to sit at, you turned to him and slapped his shoulder. Bakugou, you have to stop bullying the barista! His eyes were popping out of his sockets. Are you kidding me? She's the one who always has some shit to say about you every other time we come here. You sighed. So? Let her be the source of her own misery. You don't need to stoop to her level. You're better than that. He huffed and fiddled with a napkin dispenser on the table. Yeah, whatever you say. Kirishima looked back and forth between the two of you. What the actual fuck? She just scolded you and you're okay with it. Bakugou shrugged. She's right. There's no point in bickering with people who aren't worth it. You smiled as you leaned up and kissed his cheek. It was a bold move, but it was something you had wanted to do for a while now. He gave you an insidious look and narrowed his eyes. What the fuck was that for? Tasha cleared her throat behind him. Here's the coffee you guys ordered. Have a great day. Bakugou waited for her to be out of earshot before he belted out laughing. Oi, here you are acting all high and mighty, talking about being the bigger person, but you just tried to make the barista jealous? You're sneaky. He took a sip of his coffee while you just giggled. He didn't need to know that you had no idea Tasha had been standing there. He didn't need to know that you had kissed his cheek because you wanted to. You looked at Mir Kirishima's eyes. He smirked at you. Well, aren't you two adorable? Okay, if there's any background noise throughout the recording and you hear it, I'm sorry. Anyway, that was I'm Going to Make This Picture Home Part 3. I'm now going directly to record Part 4, so I can edit it for tomorrow after this is posted. So yeah. Oh wow. Also, I'm going to be doing a 300 plus subscriber special. I'm going to be reading a fanfic I wrote. It is a villain Deku fanfic, so I'm about to embarrass myself with my shitty writing. I did state that in my video I had on the topic, but that got taken down because YouTube didn't like the fact that I used the Wii theme. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. As always, stay awesome. Bye-bye.